Good morning, Deuterinos. Welcome back to Duty's Daggers. Please subscribe and like the video. Happy Friday! We're doing a cut test with a classic and a knife that I have already tested. The Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and S45VN. This is my first, nicer Spyderco that I ever bought. My first Spyderco is a Tenacious, and I soon after bought this knife right here. I've loved it. I've carried it a lot at work and then everywhere. And this is still the factory edge, which I have just been very good at upkeeping with the strop. That's pretty crazy. This is S45VN, and when I first got it, I was very impressed with the S45VN. At the time, it was the best blade steel I had experienced. Now, the reason I'm doing this test again now, it's been a while, is I kind of want to see how I feel about the S45VN nowadays. Because now I have experienced other really good blade steels like 15V, K390, stuff like that. So I want to see kind of how it feels. It's been a while, since I got my Wharncliffe Paramilitary 2. If I carry a PM2, it's usually that one instead of this one here. And that one's an S30V. So I want to just kind of experience this S45VN again and see how it does. I'm surprised I don't see more knives in S45VN. When it first came out, back when I bought this, Spyderco was just starting to use it as their kind of base steel instead of S30V. And it almost seems like they kind of stopped doing that, almost. They were using S45VN for a while on the PM2s and Para 3s. And then, are they back to S30V now or not? I don't know. But I thought they were going to use S45 on like all their base models. At least the ones that came in S30V, but I guess not. I really like it. So, I don't know why I don't see it more. But let's go out and cut with this thing. Like I said, it's the factory edge. It's nicely stropped though. This has a good sharp edge on it, so let's go out there. All right, here we go. Let's freaking do it. I'm recording this voiceover after the cut testing, obviously, and I gotta say, I'm kind of falling back in love with this knife. I haven't really carried it in quite a long time, like I said, because I have a Wharncliffe PM2 now. But, man, and I do overall like the Wharncliffe PM2 a little bit better as far as just the blade shape. But these titanium scales are really nice. I'm actually even considering possibly switching the titanium scales over to the Wharncliffe one. Maybe? Would that be cool? I mean, yeah, it would. Let me know in the comments if you think I should. So this knife here, the S45VN regular version, would have the canvas micarta scales. I think it'd be pretty nice. Alright, starting on 20 feet of regular thickness cardboard. Choked up, baby. Spydercos are some of the best cardboard cutting knives because there's no sharpening choil for it to get the cardboard to get caught into. And if it, the cardboard does slide back there, it just hits the little shelf, little nub area, and you just keep on cutting. Just real kind of foolproof. Don't even have to really pay attention that much. You just cut away. This is definitely not the sliciest Spyderco, but it does, good enough. Definitely good enough. It's pretty thick blade stock. And behind the edge, if I remember correctly, it's right around like 25 thousandths, which is pretty thick. Not like absolutely insanely thick, but yeah, for sure on the thick side. Let's move on to the triple thickness cardboard. I think it's gonna be pretty difficult for the PM2 to easily get through this stuff. We're going with the grain here, so it's a little easier. And it's with the grain, it's really not doing bad. There's more pressure that I'm putting into the cut to get it to slice, but you know, it's not like the cardboard's bunching up or anything like that, so it's really fine. And then now we're gonna go against the grain, this direction, and I was pushing real hard to get it to go through, but it went through. Like I said, without bunching up or anything like that. It's not a sharpness issue. It's just you know, when you're pushing thicker blade stock through stuff like this, it just takes more muscle. Alrighty then, how about some utility cutting? So obviously the Wharncliffe PM2 is going to be better at utility cutting than this one. This one has, you know, people call it a leaf-shaped blade. I don't really know what you'd call it. I guess it doesn't really fit into like a drop point or a modified sheep's foot or anything like that. I just call it a leaf-shaped blade. It's a lower tip than like a drop point, but not super duper low. But you can see I don't have to raise my wrist up that high really to get to it. Higher than I would for the Wharncliffe for sure, but not that bad. I think that's one of the reasons why the PM2, you know, the blade shape of the PM2 and Para 3 is so popular, is it's very versatile. You have belly, but you can still do utility cuts with it really well. Obviously, I love Spyderco's full flat grind. On a lot of their knives, you know, they don't mess around with these saber grinds or anything like that. They go full flat, baby. Oh yeah, full flat. Let's check our edge out. Very, very, very nice. Another thing with Spyderco's is I'm getting the tape gunk off here because I think it's going to affect my cutting through the paper. I'm just getting the sticky stuff off. Another great thing about Spyderco's that sometimes I take for granted is the fact that they always have really good detents. You know, specifically the ones with actual detent balls with the compression locks. They always have good detents. You know, you never have to wonder when you get a new Spyderco. Hey, I hope it's not too mushy. I hope it's a good detent. You just know it is. And you know you're getting the best quality heat treatments on the steel. Just so many good things about Spyderco's that I've done videos on before. Did really good on the glove test. Really good. Just one pull through and it easily went through all those layers. Muy bueno. Muy bien, I mean. Muy bien. And our edge is still really nice. Very, very good. Throughout this whole cut testing, I am asking myself why I don't see more S45VN out there on knives. I really don't see it that much. I honestly can't even think of one right now off the top of my head in S45VN besides besides some Spyderco's. I know there are some, but I just can't think of any right now. It seems not quite as common as I initially thought it was going to be. Let's cut some twine. I think that was 4 layers, or no, was that 4 or 2? I don't know. I think that was 4. It went really easily through. Trying a couple of utility cuts on this twine. I'm not convinced this twine is the best stuff for the testing. I'm still, like I said, I'm trying different ropes. Someone mentioned hemp rope in a live stream, which I might try. Or I'm just going to go back to that polypropylene, and if it scratches some blades, then screw it. The 2-inch strap. How will it do? Holding it choked up first. Here we go. And just a couple little strands hanging on. Very close. Second time here, I'm going to choke back. Bam! All the way through, baby. I'm wondering if I just did it differently or if choking back really matters. But on the last one, we had a little strand left over as well. Another cool thing about not having a sharpening choil is you can bring that strap all the way back to the heel right there when you're starting your cut. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it getting snagged in there. Let's try some of this thick plastic pallet strap stuff. It's like the strap that you see on pallets a lot of times. It's real thick, hard plastic. Not a problem. This definitely is putting some wear on the edge. There's no way it's not. It's pretty easy for knives to get through, but it's definitely, you know, dulling the edge. Absolutely. We'll do 4 cuts of that. And let's test our edge out. How is it after all that cutting? S45VN, factory edge, after 2 years or more of owning this knife. Oh yeah. Look at that. Not as sharp as before, but we are still really easily cutting paper. Wow. You know? That really says something about this blade steel. I've been carrying this as a work knife consistently, probably for a year. I've had the knife for longer, but I just haven't been carrying it really in the last like 6 months or so. You know, a year or so of consistent carrying this knife at work. Never once have I rolled or chipped the edge. Never once even needed to have it touch the sharpening stones. And I was just real on top of it with the strop. You know, I would strop every day if I was hard using it. And this is the factory edge, man. I'm telling you. S45VN, baby. Some good stuff. Let's get that on some more knives. Let's see that. Let's see it on some more knives, you know? A lot of people love S35VN, and S45VN is just, it's 10 times better, right? Let's do some stropping and see how well it strops back. I already know it does, but I just want to show you guys. It strops back real nice and fast. We're gonna do 10 strokes per side. Is that the Jurassic theme? I think so. Oh, look at that, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very nice. We're back to, I think, pretty much exactly how sharp it was before. Really nice and sharp. So there you go. S45VN still is as good as I remember it being. Even now that I have tried some really good steels, I don't know. This seems to be at least pretty comparable with, you know, some like K390 and 15V, and you know, up there with those guys. Probably not as good with the edge retention, but it's up there, dude. It's really up there. So yeah, pick yourself up a PM2 or Para 3 and S45VN. I think there's other Spydercos that use it as well, but actually, you know what? I've never seen a Manix 2 in S45. But I think they're still using S30V on those base models. Actually, you know what? I can't think off the top of my head any other Spydercos that are using it, but I'm sure there's a few. I just don't know why it's not more prevalent. So, anyways, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed, and please like the video before you head out. I'd appreciate it very much. And happy Friday. Have a good weekend. I'll see you tomorrow morning in the live stream, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time and 9:30 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning. See you there. Adios.